To generations of television fans, Don Knotts was the lovable, bumbling deputy Barney Fife on the Andy Griffith Show, the man whose wide-eyed expressions and impeccable comedic timing made America laugh week after week. He seemed to have it all: the fame, the awards, the adoration of millions. But behind that infectious smile and comedic genius, Don Knotts carried a pain that few ever saw. Now, years after his passing, the truth about his life has come to light, and it's far sadder than most fans ever imagined. You think of Don Knotts, you think of laughter, of joy, of a man who made the world feel lighter. But behind the scenes, his life was filled with struggles, heartbreak, and battles that no one could see from the outside. Born in 1924 in Morgantown, West Virginia, Jesse Donald Knotts grew up in a home that was anything but happy. His father was a man scarred by mental illness and alcoholism, and his unpredictable temper cast a shadow over Don's childhood. His mother, doing her best to keep the family together, often left Don feeling isolated and alone. Humor became his escape, a shield against the chaos around him. Even as a boy, Don learned that making people laugh was the quickest way to survive. By the time he made it to Hollywood, Don had perfected that gift. His role as Deputy Barney Fife turned him into an instant star. He won 5 Emmy Awards for the role, and fans adored the way he brought small-town Mayberry to life. On screen, he was confident, funny, and larger than life. Off-screen, though, Don was painfully shy and struggled with crippling self-doubt. Success didn't erase the insecurities he'd carried since childhood. If anything, the pressure to always be the funny man made them worse. His personal life was complicated. Knotts married young, but fame and the demands of his career took a toll on his relationships. He struggled with depression and anxiety, battles that he kept carefully hidden from the public eye. Even as he starred in films like The Incredible Mr. Limpet and The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, and later reinvented himself in shows like Three's Company, Don often wrestled with loneliness and the fear that one day the audience's laughter would stop. Friends and co-stars often described him as kind and generous, but also deeply private. Andy Griffith, his longtime friend and co-star, once said that Don's comedy came from a place of pain, that every joke, every bit of physical comedy, was his way of coping with the scars he never fully healed. In his later years, Don faced even more challenges. Health problems began to slow him down, but he never truly stopped working. Acting was his lifeline, the one constant in a life that had been marked by so much turbulence. Even as his health declined, he continued to make people laugh, right up until his final days. When Don Knotts passed away in 2006 at the age of 81, the world mourned a legend. But behind the tributes and the reruns of the Andy Griffith Show, the deeper truth of his life began to emerge. The story of a man who gave so much joy to others while silently battling his own pain. Today, Don Knotts is remembered not just for his talent, but for his resilience. His story is a reminder that even those who make the world laugh the loudest are often fighting battles no one can see. And while his life was filled with hardship, his legacy is one of joy, kindness, and a timeless reminder that sometimes humor is the bravest way to face the world.